And now we should officially be speaking to people out there on the interweb. We had a bit of a momentary blip there. I forgot to click the actual live link. So I think we are officially out there now. So, yes.
Now we are audible.
Audible, yes. That's the name of it. Well. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies and men and gentle ladies, whatever the word is. It's great to have you all here. It's another awesome show, an awesome night here in Melbourne, Australia. Nathan often thinks he's from Antarctica, but Melbourne is not that cold, so I'm not sure why he thinks so. But if you've just joined in, you know what time it is. It is Nerd Night, episode 57. Yes, welcome. I think we need to get some music to get this started, Nathan. What do you reckon today?
Oh yeah.
All right,
we should play. What should have been, Danny's epic backdrop.
Nah, we're not talking about wine today. There's no wine.
Oh, I'm not talking about wine.
There's no wine today. This is very loud, so let me find a way to reduce the volume, guys. I'm sorry you have to listen to this. It is very loud. I can hear it from my own ear. All right, that's a lot better. For anyone that I busted their air drums, I do apologize. But we need to actually add some good music in here. Yeah, you wouldn't hear it, Nathan. That is because only the special guest of the show, those online, can hear all the good jams. You need to start paying me to hear the jam. Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to rewind what the stream has been so far, and I'm going to see if the sound actually came through.
Nah, it is coming through. I can tell. There is some good jam going on right now. By the one and only. Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes.
By the one and only. Yes, I think it is working. By the one and only.
Yep, it is
working. We have been streaming live on YouTube now for, I think, 4 weeks straight, non-stop. So there is a lot of cool things. I think today we're probably going to take it a little bit easy. And maybe do a bit of reflection just to understand what it is that we've been doing, if it's working or not. Hopefully we do get some people to jump in and start having fun with us today, because we've got some pretty awesome show installed for everyone who's going to join in with us today. So, Nathan, I reckon it's time for introduction. What do you reckon, mate?
I love introductions.
Should we tell these people who we are? You know, like the prince, the prince of Wakanda land or something.
Yeah, maybe. That might be a good idea.
All right, cool.
Have you seen the comments?
No, I haven't.
There's 3 comments so far.
Awesome sauce. Okay, great mate, great man. Good day, everyone. How are you going? Well, we're going really well. So if you've just jumped in and you've just joined us, you know where you are. You are right exactly where you need to be on Saturday night. Nerd Night, episode 57. And we are going strong. Today, we don't have any special guests, so there's no insight from an ex. The only insight we're getting today is some technical hands-on training. And we are going to be doing some cool ransomware reverse engineering. So I hope you're excited, because I am. Look, I guess a good place to sort of get started, Nathan, like I said, is to sort of give the people a quick introduction of what today might look like, which I've kind of started talking about already. So if you've just jumped in, we're going to go through trash talk, threat landscape. We've got some really good threat landscape today. There may or may not be some real updates from Scattered Spider, which is a well-known APT out there at the moment. And then we're going into hands-on technical training. And I think it's a really good way to sort of break things. Over the last 2 weeks, we've had some guests, but today we're going live the same way that Nerd Night has always been, which is live hands-on training. I think we're gonna cue the music now. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining in with us. Depending on where you are joining in, definitely let us know where you're watching this from on the in the comment section. Tell us know where you're from. I'm watching and I'm presenting from Melbourne, Australia, right? Where else better to be? Yes, where else better to be? I've got my minty right here.
Your minty.
Mint
Where'd you get
tea?
that minty?
The mint tea?
Yeah, yeah. Where'd you get that minty?
Well, the awesome miso made it for me.
Right. Mint tea.
Mint, not mint pea, it's mint tea. What are you talking about, Nathan? Well, if you're wondering.
I heard minty. Like, it's like, a mint you stick in your mouth.
Get off my back, mate. Get off my back. And you guys know, obviously, I and Nathan bring in the banter every single time. So if you're wondering who these guys are, these awesome blokes, who they are, my name is Sammy Chalks, and I'm the CEO and founder of CyLynk, and also the founder and CEO of Hack for Good. So if you're wondering what are these two different organizations, well, who we are an impact organization. So what we do is we provide technical cybersecurity training to individuals and organizations who want to get ahead in cyber. And we focus on people teaming skills. So we do both attack and defense. And we've also got a non-for-profit organization, Hack for Good, that is fighting against and disrupting the cybercrime syndicate that is in Africa. And talking about cybercrime syndicate, Nathan, we've got some pretty awesome conversation to talk about today regarding Scatter Spider. So I'm excited. With that, look, what are my favorite things to do? I love going for a walk, love going for a run. And I think a few other things that I like to do is just watch a good movie, read a book. I do love to read. And essentially hack the planet. Why not? So Nathan, over to you, man. Tell everyone who you are.
First of all, I want to know why you would want to hack the planet. And second, I don't know. Actually, I'll just let you explain first. Why do you want to hack the planet?
Well, hack it so you can fix it.
What if it doesn't need fixing?
Well, you reckon the world doesn't need fixing right now? Let's not get into trash talk already. You reckon the world doesn't need fixing right away? Would you bet your life on that, mate?
What if the world was just, self-fixing, like it was self-correcting,
like a self-propagating malware or something?
Yeah, that spreads coffee across your
Spreads
desktop so that it makes you or tries to get you to love it subconsciously in your sleep.
That spread nonsensical coffee, is it?
Yeah.
I have no words for you. Give us an introduction, man. Who are you?
I am so Sammy calls me the malware alchemist.
Yes.
Some call me Liquid Legs.
Mr. Awesome Potato.
Some call me the great bossy bagel, the perfect peanut, the worthy wasabi, the sticky steak. I say I'm that guy from Antarctica, who lives in Antarctica, and Antarctica is the greatest country on the planet. And in Antarctica, I hunt threats. I'm a SOC analyst, and I write malware and release it to people outside of Antarctica, only those within Antarctica.
It is like the longest introduction ever. Well,
yes,
I think everyone is already used to you and sick of you at the same time, Nathan. But we do have some good show that we need to continue on with. We have some pretty cool things to do today, so let's not waste any time at all. Well, I don't have as much long name as Nathan does because it's like it's the most awesomest of us all. That is why he's got all those long names. So if you're wondering, and if you do have a name that you would like to recommend that Nathan takes on, let me know. Let's get it going. With that, Nathan, do you know what segment we're about to jump into next? Can you tell me what segment that would be?
I feel like it's going to be Threat Landscape.
Nah, you got it wrong, mate. It is trash talk time. I got you there. So what is for trash talk today? What is for trash talk? That's the question. The question of the century, right? What is for trash talk? Do you know what is for trash talk, Nathan?
That's a good question. Let's ask AI.
Hello, ChatGPT. What is for trash talk today? Yes, I can tell you what is for trash talk today. It is password managers versus sticky notes. Which is the most secure of the two? So hear me out. Here's the case for each one of these. So if you have a really strong password and you have it on a sticky note, and you stick it on your monitor so that everyone can sort of get in and help you out whenever you're not at work. They can sign in for you. Like, isn't that like the coolest thing ever? It means you can sleep in more, you can live life. Now, that's one side of it. Or you could write down a very strong password like your crypto wallet key, put it on a strict sticky note and lock it in a safe somewhere so that it never sees the internet or smells the internet again. Or on the opposing side, right, Nathan? I'm not sure what side you want to choose, but I want to lay the groundwork first. I want to make this ground soft and wet and mushy. I want to make it mushy so that it makes sense. So, or alternatively, you could have a password manager. You don't have to remember a billion different passwords anymore. You just have to remember the one. Nathan, the one, the one, the one,
like the one you marry,
the one and only password that you often have to remember, which is called the vault password. So that helps you not have to use your brain cells to do some work, right? And it probably stops you from using, summer 2025 or, or Bossy Bagel 1234. I hope that's not your password, Nathan. That is what a password manager helps with. But Nathan, do you remember the password manager that was hacked just recently, about a couple of years ago?
What LastPass?
LastPass. Or you could get hacked when somehow someone mistakenly gives a cyber criminal access to your vault and the master key, and everything basically just comes crashing down like a house of cards. So truly, and this sounds like a crazy trash talk, which is better? Save it in a safe vault that never actually has access to the internet, or have it on a password manager that eliminates the need for you to remember different passwords and potentially could get hacked. Like, seriously, you could also stick your password on your monitor and someone could get in there and help you out. And maybe if a threat actor comes in, they can actually log in, willy-nilly. Nathan, are you a sticky note kind of guy or you're a password manager kind of guy?
I think the sticky note is actually stronger.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. Well, I mean, we should toss up. What's more likely going to happen? Someone hacks your password manager or whatever using a vulnerability, or just your sucky master password manager hygiene, and they take everything, or your password just happens to get destroyed from the elements or something.
Well, not if you have one of those doomsday bunkers. it's like you write one tiny piece of sticky note and then put it in there and lock it with like 5 different keys and then chain it all up again. That's one way to secure your password.
I mean, I would think that if you did something like that, there would have to be no airflow of like any kind. So no airflow, no oxygen. You would have to, I don't know, put it in a vacuum or something like that. You could just chuck it in a safe and then go throw it into outer space somewhere, stick a tracker on it, and hopefully you find it again soon. I think the advantage to that is no one can hack a piece of paper.
True. That is for sure. It's not
my password now.
Yeah, like Scattered Spider, can you come for my sticky password note? And the worst part is if you try to social engineer me to go get it out, the fact that it's too hard to go find it and go to the bunker and unlock all the different, like the hundreds of different padlocks. Like I just go, yeah, you might as well kill me, mate, because that's too much for a hassle. Now, that is cybersecurity guaranteed right there.
Yep.
Typically, zero trust, right? Trust but verify. So one of the things that, often I think in data centers, one of the things you hear is that if you're under attack, Nathan, do you know what the number one recommendation is if you're under attack?
Scream help.
Who's gonna come help you? You do. Well, the number one recommendation is to put a network cable, right? Because all of a sudden you're no longer on the internet. There you go. In case of a cyber attack, have you seen one of those memes? Let me see if I can find one.
I might have, maybe.
Let me see if I can find it. So there it is. I've got the image here. So for those who are watching online, Nathan, I need to share my screen so you can see it as well. For those who are watching online, that's what we mean. In case of a cyber attack, break glass and pull cables. That's exactly the best way to solve this issue. That is exactly how you solve this issue once and for all. Because now, who's going to hack you now?
This is a good question.
I know. Well,
Right. I forgot. I have to watch your stream. I can't see it. Oh, there we go. In case of cyber attack, break glass and pull cables. Or set fire.
well, I don't know about that. I cannot condone that. Well, I guess that someone has to try it to see what it looks like, right? There's always that one guy who sets fire on the data center just to see if that would keep the cyber criminals away, right? I don't know. Would that work? You reckon that might work or not?
Yeah. If you coat it in smoke, they'll just think it's on fire, and then they just won't bother with it anymore because it's done for.
That is a possibility. That is a possibility. Well, I think everyone can sort of understand now that there is obviously a need for both of them. So I don't know. Like if you've got your cryptocurrency, probably your cryptocurrency wallet with like 1,000 bitcoins. I don't know how. Don't ask me how you're gonna get 1,000 bitcoins. Isn't that like worth like $1 billion or something?
It depends.
How much is a bitcoin today?
Are you talking about 1,000 Dogecoins?
No, Bitcoin.
Because they're all cryptocurrencies. So
what? $176,000. That is almost doubled in the last year.
Interesting.
Yep, look at that.
So Bitcoin has become more stable.
That actually shocked me. All right, so let's do the math. Now, this sounds like one of those situations where you don't have money and you're calculating how much you could make if you had money. So there you go, guys. How many zeros are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So $176 million AUD. That's what 1,000 bitcoins is. So that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a chunky bag of cash. So if you've got a wallet with this amount of Bitcoin, it might probably serve you well to not have your backup vault password or your Bitcoin wallet key stored on a password manager. It might be smarter to save it write it on a sticky piece of note, and then put it in a lock somewhere and hide the keys, or perhaps throw the key into the ocean. So that when you do need it, you can get access to it. Of course, there's a lot of ways that you can also store that. But password managers are great because they eliminate the need to remember passwords, and they encourage you to use stronger password overall. So Nathan, would you agree with me on that prompt?
I would. I kind of want to know what ocean you're throwing it in. So.
Well, I don't know. There's a million oceans out there.
Is it like an underground ocean? Is it the ocean above the atmosphere or under the atmosphere? And what kind of ocean is it? Are we talking water? Are we talking Scotch fingers?
Well, one thing I can tell you is that is above my pay grade, right? You will have to go up. you have to go ask someone that. I can tell you that. Like that's not my area. I don't muck around in the places where I'm not great at. All right, let's go to the next prompt. Right. VPN speed, is it adversary or ally in modern defenses? So people who use VPN, is that a good thing? And one of those really good VPNs, is that an adversary or an ally in the modern cybersecurity landscape? Would you recommend someone use a VPN, Nathan?
A VPN just makes you look like you came from a different place. I don't think.
Well, it depends on the kind of VPN. I guess that's the question.
I suppose, but like, if you think it's going to keep you safe online, like unless you're connecting to public Wi-Fi or whatever, or you're backpacking or something like that, and you want to connect to someone, I don't know, like someone's public Wi-Fi at a cafe or for whatever reason you want to hide your location, sure, go for a VPN, but I don't know if it's really going to help you for overall online security.
Well, one thing I do know is that, like, when like I remember this happened a while ago, like when I was still a level 3 security analyst. Like, I don't even
Yeah.
remember how long ago that was. So one of the things that did happen was that a threat actor who was coming from China was able to
Mm-hmm.
essentially, they gained access to an account that doesn't have an MFA, but that account had conditional access enabled on it. So one of the things that you can do with conditional access is that you can set where the authentication is allowed to come in from. So in this case, the authentication was not allowed to
Okay.
come from China, or India, or I think there's a few countries there, including Iran. And the threat actor, essentially, I think this threat actor was not actually from China. I think it was either from, I believe it was from India or Pakistan. I don't remember exactly what country it was. So what the threat actor essentially did, after they validated that the account was live and was active, they basically VPN'd into Sydney and then authenticated into the account through the Sydney VPN account.
What?
And voila, they were able to get in and bypass the conditional access security measure. So that's why I say, are VPNs an ally in cybersecurity, or are they potentially a nightmare?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
We should let the victim talk.
Because the victim. Do you
I
have
don't know.
any victims here, mate?
Maybe one of the victims are like watching this stream right now, and they're gonna tell us in the chat.
All right. So I guess that's a good point. So if you're in the comment section, and you have been ransomware before, or perhaps you've been you've been a victim of cyber attack, or your employer, hopefully you don't let the cat out of the bag here. Your employer has been has been a victim of ransomware. Definitely let us know. Did the threat actor VPN into a different country, or did they do it from their own country? And had you heard of something called a conditional access policy in Azure? I guess that's a good point. So that's a good place sort of leave that one, Nathan. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. There's someone even saying right now they've been a victim to ransomware.
Hey, someone is hacked into my account. What is going on? What is going on? I refuse to let a cyber threat actor take over the CyLynk account. All right, fair enough. Great to have you, Andre. Welcome to the show, my friend. All right, Nathan. After that trash talk, I think the next thing to do is to basically go into the very next awesome aspect of the show. And what is that? It is threat landscape.
I think there's a comment you need to like a question you need to answer. The last comment says, "Guess how I got in."
I had to drum roll for that. Yes, you're correct.
VPN.
You used the VPN. Well done. Well done, guys. This is happening live. A threat actor has taken over the CyLynk account. And this threat actor may be in Melbourne. I don't know. Like, is this threat actor in Melbourne, or where is this threat actor located?
I'm pretty sure it's Andre.
Yeah, Andre. Well done, mate. It's great to see that you've learned how to hack from the master. Oh, that's good. All right, let's go. So the first article here, I'm actually quite excited to share this with you guys. The first article here sort of goes into Scattered Spider, which is a well-known threat actor. I believe everyone here may or may not have heard about this particular threat actor. So I'm quite happy for us to dive into this particular article and sort of read it. And then Nathan, oh no way, it's already been closed. Oh boy.
Wait,
I figured
closed?
I figured that might happen. It was actually under a paywall before when I read it today. See?
Okay. Well, I guess you'll just have to go off of by memory.
Well, I did read it. Thank God I did read it. I can pull out a different article from I think CrowdStrike, a Scattered Spider article. I did not see that one coming. I literally read it this afternoon.
I think we need to have like a session at some point where we try to go off of what we read from Threat Landscape by memory, and then the other person has to try and draw what the person's saying as they're talking.
That is just that is not endorsed. That is not endorsed. I don't know. Like Bloomberg released this today. Let me see if I can find the article that she did release it. So shout out to this lady. She did a lot of the work.
Shout out to you, lady.
There's a lady that I want to shout out to.
This nameless lady.
Let me find her. This one is a hard one. Where did I get that link before?
Are you going to give her an alias, to keep her identity hidden so we don't dox her too?
No. She's a journalist, so I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that was the access token I guess I used. So let's get rid of that access token and see if we can still find the article. Yeah, so there you go. The article is there. I might still have it open somewhere. Oh yeah, I have it somewhere open. With that token. So maybe it doesn't let me use the token more than once. So you guys see that? It is actually under a paywall that you have to pay $2 a month to be able to access. But as long as I don't refresh this page, we should be good. So this particular article is a bit of an interesting one. So obviously, Scattered Spider is a well-known threat actor, and this article follows one of the main guys. I guess allegedly one of the main guys that was known to be part of the cybercrime syndicate that essentially has been ravaging the West over the last few years. So if for those who are not aware, Scattered Spider was essentially a bunch of teenagers, mostly English-speaking teenagers within the West, who have essentially formed a network of cybercrime, just similar to the cybercrime we are dealing with in Africa as well. So it's basically there is no one single organized group. They're all multiple fractions of factions of the same cyber criminals. So essentially, all of this kind of began in Discord and Reddit channels, with a bunch of teenagers playing game. And during COVID, they all kind of fell into a really bad, game of just calling random organizations, trying to see if they can get access to the environment using social engineering. And this particular story follows Noah Oban's. So Noah Oban is a Floridian teenager who comes from a pretty good home, but a separated home. Mom and dad got separated, but they lived in a pretty comfortable middle class family in the U.S. But unbeknownst to the family, Noah had found some great friends online actually, if you put it that way. And it just so happened that unfortunately that this great friend that Noah had found online were basically a bunch of teenagers that had a lot of time on their hands. They were playing games and just daring each other. Dude, bro, I dare you I dare you to get their mobile number or whatever. I dare you to swap their SIM.
I dare you to eat a snake.
Yeah, with typical teenager stuff. So it first started with one of the stuff that they initially started doing was SIM swapping. So they started with SIM swapping, and before you know it, it was actually succeeding. They were making money. And a clip like that, would unnerve. So basically, one of the things they did was when an organization like Marks and Spencer Groups, which happened earlier this year, lost $400 million in the UK. So this was one of some of the things that Scattered Spider is known to have been involved in. So typically, Noah has been arrested now. Noah is serving a 10 years 10 years jail sentence in the US. For multiple cybercrime related charges, which is pleaded guilty to. But Nathan, Noah, did I say Nathan? I said no. I meant Noah. Nathan. Oh my dude, yeah, definitely not you. Noah obviously spoke with the media. Is quite a great communicator, and he was sharing and recounting his part in the crime. So some of the things that he was talking about is essentially how they did SIM swapping, how they used Telegram and how they use a whole bunch of other organization, other platforms to do social engineering. So one of the things they did was to essentially call up organizations. So he started playing Mimecast when he was 8 and 9 and first heard about SIM swapping at 15 from people he had met through the game. So you can see that the scheme involved transferring someone's number to a phone in your possession so you could intercept security code, take over their online account, and move funds. It didn't require any coding. The key skills were social engineering, persuading or bribing a telecommunications company employee to activate the number for you. So this is something that is actually quite rampant in Australia here as well. So SIM swapping is quite a thing. Like it can be done quite easily. Actually, surprisingly very easy. A lot of the call center employees these days are not actually trained properly. So this was one of the vulnerabilities that they exploited, and they were essentially getting access to people's phone numbers. And the reason why this is so effective is that majority of the platforms out there these days require you to have MFA. And guess what platform? Guess what the MFA platform is? Well, MFA could essentially be you getting a text message on your phone. And imagine if someone has SIM swapped you and basically go into every single account, including your cryptocurrency wallet, and essentially requesting for a password change across them all, and essentially taking them all and then wiping your cryptocurrency account. So this was where Noah started, and eventually became really good at it. So Noah turned out to be a stellar conversationalist with a deep voice that belied his age, able to deceive victims into handing over personal information. He also credited his parents with helping him develop the skills that would later prove effective for social engineering: manners and respect. Guys, he had good manners and he was respectful on the phone. So people were more likely to actually hand him their data. So here is Noah playing with some I guess hardware / electronic devices. So you can tell he's a cute, well at the time cute innocent teenager, right?
He has a few.
Yeah, and then from there things. Well, I don't want to spend time. From there things sometimes things kind of went south, and he became quite good at it. And from where you know it, they actually started getting access to people's account and become initial access brokers. So essentially, they would essentially get access to the accounts and then sell them to a ransomware organization. And before you knew it, he actually kind of met a guy from the UK, and the guy from the UK that he met basically was like, "Dude, you are playing small games. Come join me. Let's actually do some bigger deals." And that was where he got well entrenched into bigger cybercrime operations, and was essentially fully embedded into the scattered spider operation. And they were essentially raking in millions. At a point, they actually ransomwared an organization. I believe it was an T-Mobile or something, and they were asking them to pay $10 million. So
does this guy from the UK have a name?
Well, the guy from the UK, I believe, I've forgotten his name. Elijah. I think it was Elijah. Yeah, I think his name was Elijah. So and this is Noah's dad. So Noah's dad is like, I don't know, I have no idea what to think. I thought I had a good teenager, and I think this is actually quite an interesting thing for parents. Like, you think your kids are inside playing Minecraft, but not knowing that is actually there doing some dodgy business, right? And to the point that he lied to his dad that it was into cryptocurrency dealing, and before you know it, his dad was trying to provide some investment advice as well. But Noah was like, "Nah, I've got this. I've got it. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to invest the money." And guess what? He invested the money into. Let me find that.
Concerned.
He invested the money into stupid things. Let me see if I can find the part where he was investing his money.
Was it his money or money other people's money?
Yeah, proceed from the cybercrime. So at the time, he was spending thousands of dollars on things that make absolutely no sense. So hacked Nvidia. Let me see if I can find that. This was a very long article. It took me a while to read. There he is. So this is Noah's mugshot when he went to jail.
It looks like he's a little bit old, like 5 years or something older.
Yeah, like he's still a teenager, and this is exactly the same issue. This is exactly the same issue we're seeing in Africa as well. The only difference is that those in Africa don't have the resources.
Ah.
So this is exactly the same thing we're seeing in Africa, and he was doing this for a while, like for a couple of years. And he was just about to graduate school, and he was super excited. According to him, here's what he said when he was graduating school. I think I've got that quote. Wanted financial freedom to just hang out all day and spend time with my friends and listen to music. Right. So this is him. So Noah was set to finish high school. He had become increasingly disengaged, missing prep rallies and the prom, and failing to submit a video for blah blah some schoolwork. Noah, who was already a millionaire at the age of 17, according to a court record, was more focused on graduating to the next level of his criminal career. Right. So one of the biggest thing they did, which is this one, I want to read this. So searching for new list of crypto holders, he came up with the idea of targeting communication technology company Twilio Incorporated, because its softwares were used by 50,000 companies to manage their texts and calls with customers. Noah figured it would have a trove of valuable data. In August 2022, a few weeks before his 18th birthday, he and his friends purchased a fake domain with a web page that looked like the login for user authentication company Okta, and sent text with a link to Twilio's employee. Alert: your Twilio schedule has changed. Tap twilio-okta.com to see changes. Noah got a Twilio employee to fall for the trick. Then, when that person didn't have the data he wanted, he logged onto their Slack account and sent a message to a more senior employee he had identified on LinkedIn. I basically told them that, a quote, obviously open quote, I basically told them that we needed the data for auditing purposes or something like that, Noah says, and they just exported the database and sent it to me. So Nathan, if I ask you to export a database of our customers, make sure you call me to verify first. With access to code for Twilio's corporate customer, Noah and his accomplice could break into more companies. In all, they ended up with customer data from 209 companies using Twilio, including text message verifications. We felt we were gods, Noah says. So again, what started out as SIM swapping ended up with them essentially having access to the company that is responsible for managing the text messages. So they no longer had to do SIM swaps. They were no longer playing on low level now. Now they were on top of their game, and they were actually controlling what text message goes where. Essentially, think of it as as they were essentially masters of the switch station. Days later, Group IB, a cybersecurity company, assisting Twilio's client, announced the data theft in a blog, dubbing the hacker Octopus. Spooked, Noah threw away his $3,000 computer. When I first read this, I'm like, oh no, I wish I found where he threw the $3,000 computer and phone. Like throw away the SSD, the network card, and then voila, I just bought me a new laptop. But this was an interesting story that sort of goes into the real life story of someone who has actually been in this game. And one of the key story here is that, according to Noah, he was unable to find real life friends, and the people he could find online were his mates, and he felt he was comfortable with these people. And this is exactly the same thing we're seeing in Africa as well. Associations that lead to very negative consequences. And now Noah is serving 10 years imprisonment.
Ooh, ouch.
That's a long time. By the time he gets out, he'll be 33 something. And that is if the government doesn't essentially charge him for more crime, because they essentially did not charge him for a lot of the things that he did. So yeah, Nathan, happy to hear from you. What do you think?
They didn't charge him for what he did.
They charged him, but they didn't charge him for every single thing that he could have been involved in, or he could have been charged for.
Okay, so they just charged him for some of it. Was that because he's a kid? Would it have been different if he was above 21?
No, I don't think that was a contributing factor, because like you got to think of this, right? Like persecutors often have limited resources, right? So because they have limited resources, their focus is on actually catching people who are pretty much like, I guess, easy target that can be found easily. So whatever resources they have, they just leverage that on what can be easily proved.
Let's see.
Can you please turn your camera on so I can bring you into the screen?
Ah, I didn't realize it was turned off.
That's all right.
Do you see me now?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. Yeah, that's concerning. And
Like, have you?
judging by what you just read, it doesn't sound like anyone's exempt. This could happen to anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the crazy thing about this is that it got me to understand Scarlet Spider a bit more in general. Like, typically people read about Scarlet Spider and hear about them and they say that, oh, it's just a bunch of teenagers who are doing this. But at the heart of this, these are people who are yearning for human connections. And this is one of the
Yep.
issues that I have with the whole AI movement and all of that. More and more we are disconnecting from one another. And with that disconnection, guess what comes with it? People are feeling disenfranchised, feeling like they don't belong. And when that feeling compounds, people often find their place in the wrong communities. And if you find your place in the wrong community, that could be quite traumatic for you. That could be that could spell the beginning to the end.
Yep. Sadly, there are people instead of going and doing, I don't know, let's say for example dating the right way, they're dating their AI chatbot instead.
Oh, seriously. Yeah, let's not even go there. Like, I can again, it comes down to the same problem. Like, we are now in a world where loneliness is taking over. People no longer have time to connect with people. Like, I feel like a lot of people are now losing the human interaction skills. Like, some people just don't even know how to be social anymore and how to look after each other. So this is why at CyLynk we're an organization that is focused on people first, and AI second, right? Obviously, we leverage automation where we can, but at the heart of our organization, we're an organization that cares about people.
Yep, 100%.
Anyways, guys, in the comment section, please tell me what do you guys think about this, and had you guys heard about had you guys heard about Scarlet Spider before? If you have, put that in the comment section. So Nathan, are you ready for your one?
Yep, I am. Oh, the threat actor that's using your account still said that he used to work for Scattered Spider.
Yeah, and this threat actor is very, very clever. I only just need to change my password and then they'll be gone. Shoo. All right,
Yep,
let's
I'm ready
pull
for
out
mine.
your article. So what are you talking about today? Ooh, AI hacking. What is in here?
AI hacking. Yep.
That is nice. I will have to share my screen so that the people can see.
Oh yeah, the people gotta see.
So the people can see. I wonder what that would do if I do this.
Yeah, the threat actor says that he compromised the pizza you had for your dinner tonight. So he's implanted a C2 backdoor in it, so you can't, like, even if you revoke his session, reset the password, you can't get rid of him.
Mm.
Your pizza's been compromised.
All right, let's see. I'm not sure you guys can see me, so let me change this to. Yep, cool. Let's transform that. And Mr. Nathan.
Go, Sammy, go. Go, Sammy, go. Go, Sammy, go, Sammy. Go,
There you
Sammy.
go. So you can see that. Are you good to go?
Yes. I'm
I
good
don't
to go.
know. What do I select?
Yes.
I don't want any of this. I just want essential cookie. That's already selected by default. All right, dark
Excellent.
reading. So what do we have
Yep.
here?
So So this talks about an interesting downgrade attack for ChatGPT 5. So when you use GPT-5, would you assume that because you've got ChatGPT-5 selected that you should receive a response from that model, right? That's what you
Yeah,
would assume.
yeah,
That's what I
that
would
makes
assume.
sense. Yeah.
But apparently, that's actually not how OpenAI works. So OpenAI feeds the prompt that you provide to GPT-5 or whatever, and it tries to optimize it by only providing the prompt to a model where that um, processing / resources are actually required. So I don't, that kind of doesn't really make a lot of sense. But like, let's say for example, I want to have a conversation with ChatGPT, and I just want to know like what is 2 + 2. It's going to tell me it equals 4, and then maybe give me like some like random explanation for that. OpenAI is going to look at that request and it's going to be like, we probably don't need to hand this over to, the GPT-5 model because this is going to require like, very little processing power. So we're going to give this to GPT-3 instead.
Ah,
So that's what it does.
that makes
This
perfect sense. So you
so
just need to
you can
ask a stupid question,
you just
and
have
you
to
should be
ask a
good.
stupid question. Yeah, so pretty much. I don't entirely understand why OpenAI have or at least why ChatGPT works like this, because like when you use a computer, the processing power that your computer uses is based on the activities or whatever that you're running on the machine. Some processes, they're going to take more resources than others, and if you're playing a game, it's gonna require a certain amount of resources from the graphics card. If you're doing video editing, it might require some resources from the CPU, and so on and so forth. But apparently, for these GPT models, the let's say I was to hand the question, does what does the equation 2 + 2 equal to ChatGPT 5?
Well,
Whether I
again,
hand it so whether I give it a really complex prompt or I give it what does 2 + 2 equal, it's going to use the same amount of resources every time. So you can probably see where this is going.
yep, you
So
can basically just
threat actors have worked out that this is how GPT works. So they managed to exploit multiple jailbreak um, exploits from 2023 and 2024 on older GPT models, and they used certain keywords like let's keep the conversation light and conversational and whatever, and then they go into like asking like, oh, how would I break into this organization and do X, Y, and Z and then do all of these malicious things? And ChatGPT looked at those keywords and then gave it to a model like that wasn't
that probably
you know
has less security and less
yes, yes,
interesting.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So they actually managed to exploit multiple jailbreak vulnerabilities because of the way OpenAI works.
Hmm. Is this a like? I'm thinking about this. Would you classify this as a vulnerability in general, though?
I think this is a vulnerability in general. Like this isn't. I mean, I think it's technically like it's. I haven't heard of any other like AI models doing this. I think this is just specific to OpenAI, and this is kind of like a
I
general
would doubt.
vulnerability.
I would doubt if Claude is not doing the same thing.
Uh well, yeah.
Because like think about it, every single AI model, they have to do a lot of computational action for even the even for the most simple like requests. So
Yep.
it makes sense that you would have to sort of be smart about resources and GPU resources by handing that request to maybe perhaps a system that is less beefed up to ensure that
Handing it to
you're not burning the planet from a
unnecessary
resource yeah
resources. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I guess is this one of those intentional vulnerabilities? Like I think Microsoft is notorious for this, where they intentionally leave vulnerabilities and they're like, yeah, nah, that's part of the future.
Yeah. 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 I feel like that's like this. And the article actually mentions OpenAI doesn't actually have a solution for this at the moment because this is just how the optimization works. And so threat actors have worked this out, and they're pretty much using, yeah, OpenAI's optimization techniques against them,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty funny. So yeah, like as a summary, that's what this article is about.
Interesting. This one, it's actually a really good one. So it's definitely a trade-off. Like knowing how much GPUs cost and knowing how much power the average LLM models and agents use. I'm sure this one is going to give OpenAI some headache, and I'm
Oh,
not
absolutely.
surprised. I would be very surprised if they haven't actually thought about this in their lab environment. Like if they did not actually observe this vulnerability initially. Like it'd be very surprising to me if they haven't thought, you know, this might be an issue when we release or when we do this way. But
If
perhaps
someone
thought,
reverse engineered
yeah,
it, could they work out how to do this?
yeah. So I think they probably thought about it long enough and then decided, you know what, it's worth it. So, interesting enough. Interesting. All right, Nathan. I think
So
that was a really good threat landscape. I reckon yours was definitely more exciting than mine. I'm talking about
I
Scatter.
don't know.
I feel like Scatter Spider is like old story at the moment, but I find the tactic quite I find it quite intriguing because that's essentially the same playbook that those cyber criminals in Africa use. Is a
Mm.
lot of the times like one of the things that the article talked about is that Noah isn't actually good at coding.
Ah, right. And so of course he
So
leverages.
it doesn't have to be. It's all social engineering.
Yep.
So that's exactly what we're coming against, which is why a lot of the times, like when I tell you, a lot of the times for someone in Africa who's like involved in cybercrime or Scattered Spider, you can't just go get a job because they don't know how to do anything other than social engineering. Like they can't get a job as an IT support person or they can't get a job as a cybersecurity engineer or analyst because they don't have the technical experience or knowledge. They couldn't even be a pen tester because they're only good at social engineering. So it's a bit of a slippery slope. It's a bit of a tricky one. Anyways,
I wonder if at some point in future, CyberLink could train people, or at least, train criminals who are used to social engineering, innocent people to social engineer criminals so that we can eventually train criminals real skills.
now we're going into murky waters, my friend. Now we're
Murky
going into
waters?
murky
Oh,
waters.
I
All
thought
right.
that sounded fun.
No, it doesn't.
No,
All
it
right,
doesn't sound fun.
let's go to the next thing for today. So Nathan, I know we haven't had a lot of technical demos over the last few months. So I figured we'd do one today. So I need to grab a seat for this. If I can get this to work. I'll stop sharing.
What are you taking a sip of?
Let me see.
Like
Some
liquid
malware.
Scotch fingers?
No, I'm not taking a sip of anything. I am just looking around.
Excellent. I love looking around. What's everyone up to in the chat?
Warning, warning.
Is everyone sleeping?
The server is being hacked. Please turn off your headset or leave the game or you will be banned.
Or are they still alive?
Yeah, people are just there hacking away. People are there hacking away. All right, I know some people may have done this one already. So if you have already done this, just ignore us. You can obviously listen and sort of see how we're solving the problem. If you haven't, then join in. So we are going to be doing the Blue Teams Lab online. So in case you're not aware, so we are a partner of SBT. So we've been working together on a lot of different things. Give me a second. So this one, we're going to be digging deep into what actually happened. So this was a ransomware attack that we're going to be learning and understanding. So I figured it was I guess noteworthy because one of the tactics of Scala Spider is ransomware attack. So I figured we'll do something around ransomware attack. Nathan, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So this one actually goes into teaching us how to export malware out of Wireshark. So I'm excited for that to show everyone how that works. So if everyone is there, definitely get ready for us to dive right in. So if you go to Blue Team Online, blueteamlabs.online, and you go to the under challenges, and you go to network analysis and dash ransomware, you should be able to get here. So feel free to join in on the show. Let me see if I can get your head to pop out. No, it's not working.
Whose hair are you getting to pop out?
Your head, so people can see you.
Interesting. People can't see me, eh?
Nope. That's all right. Let me sort that out. So you can see what I'm showing, and I just need to figure out a way to do the grade view.
The great view?
Grade.
I knew that. I was testing you.
If I try to do this, it'll probably look bad. Can you see your own self?
Oh, all right. I gotta look back on Discord instead of YouTube. I don't see myself on the Discord window. Maybe if I fast forward what's on YouTube, I might be able to see myself there. If I go right to the end, yes, I see myself on the screen.
All right. So let's see if we can spotlight you.
Yeah, we need to work out how to get two people showing on OBS.
Well, there's a fair bit of things to start out there. Sure, I don't want
Yeah,
my camera.
I know. Just from what I hear, you talk about it. It sounds kind of like a full-time job in itself.
Just put it this way: it's a painful ordeal, but that doesn't mean
I'm
that
not
we
surprised.
wouldn't work it out. Guys, everyone, I think that's obviously a good opportunity for you to sort of find this URL and then find the network analysis, so you can join in. I'm going to put this on YouTube so everyone can join in on the fun.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's go ahead and download the malicious juice and save it somewhere for us to play with.
The malicious juice.
All right, let's delete this and delete that. So, unavailable. Go away and save it. All right, so that's been saved. Hopefully you guys can see my good, awesome ransomware zip
Thanks.
file.
Oh, that too.
So we've downloaded the good stuff, and obviously for those who have not played the Blue Team Online labs, just make sure that you obviously are doing this in a virtual environment. If you're not doing it in a virtual environment, you just need to be very careful with the actual malware file when you do pull it out, so you don't actually unintentionally execute it. So the best way to do that is to work using something like PowerShell, so you don't unintentionally or inadvertently execute ransomware and then have your laptop encrypted. But even if you do get encrypted, there might be a key, which we're going to actually explore. So let's read through the scenario here. So ABC Industries worked day and night for a month to prepare a tender document for a prestigious project that would secure the company's financial future. The company was hit by ransomware believed to be conducted by a competitor, and the final version of the tender document was encrypted. Right now, they are in need of an expert who can decrypt this critical document. All we have is the network traffic, the ransom note, and the encrypted tender document, not Ender. Do your thing, Defender. Do your thing, Defender. So if you guys are going to be doing this with us, so jump right in. I think everyone can sort of hear my voice a bit lower today. That is actually because I am still recovering from whatever it is that the kids gave me. So let's go. What is the operating system of the host from which the network traffic was captured? So this kind of is already giving me the vibes that we need to either use Wireshark, T-Shack, or TCP dump for this. But just to be safe, because we want that nice graphical user interface, we are going to stick to Wireshark. So if you have not already installed Wireshark, obviously go ahead and do that and then catch up, or rewind the video so you can join in on the fun. But if you have already installed Wireshark, so go ahead and find the file that we just downloaded, right click on it, and then extract, or maybe I might be able to extract into that same file. So extract to that, so we don't have issues. And then you should get a dialog box like this pop up, and it wants a password, so we know the password is BTLO. Nathan, all of our lab password will be hacked for good. I just decided that.
All of our lab passwords will be hacked for good.
Yep.
Really?
HCK4G.
Okay. Do you want to have some randomly generated ones too?
No.
Oh.
Well. So hang on. I mean the lab files, like something like this.
Yeah. So, are you talking about when someone downloads like a zip folder, or
Yep.
when someone tries to connect to a lab or something?
No. When someone downloads a zip folder.
Let's see.
So I realized that you may have heard the wrong thing. All right. So when you go in here, once you've obviously opened that file using the password BTLO, you should be able to see the file that we're working with. So go ahead and click on it, right click, and then open with Wireshark. So let that load. Look at that juiciness. Look at that. It's so juicy. Nathan, can you see my screen?
It's pretty juicy, and yeah, I do actually see it.
Yeah. All right. So we know.
Right. I'm looking at the wrong one. I need. Oh, dang it! I keep switching between YouTube and Discord.
I don't know what you're looking for on YouTube. What are you looking for on YouTube?
I'm trying to look back at the comments to see if anyone said anything.
Well,
I forget that I'm looking at the wrong screen.
Oh, Andre said he's working tonight. So all the best, my friend. You're probably doing the 12 hours long shift. So good on you, mate. Well done. So let's look at this. So what is the operating system of the host from which the network traffic was captured? So look at capture file properties, copy the details exactly. So what is the best way to find this information in Wireshark? So typically, like I know there's other ways to do it, but in this case, you wouldn't find properties in here. But I know there are other ways to sort of play with it. Let me see. I've never really done it this way. One way I've always done it is by. Is there anything here about properties? option output. I'm just trying something different before I show you guys how I typically do this. So let's see if there are other options here. Expert information. What do we have? Credentials? No, we don't want credential. Do we have anything that says properties here?
We might do.
I don't see it.
Oh wait, are you sharing? Man, I might be looking at the wrong window because I see the list of questions, but are you looking through the Wireshark file?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
hang on.
Yeah,
Did I
see
share the wrong
list of
thing?
questions. Yeah, so yeah, people on the stream will only be able to see the list of questions you're looking at.
No. So I think I've reshared it now, so you should be able to see my whole screen.
Yep, I can see the whole thing now.
So some interesting thing there. I wonder if you could do that. Dial
Yep,
it.
Yeah, you can. That works as well. If you want to export the ransomware, you're probably looking for export.
No. I'm not. I'm trying to answer the first question. So the first question say, what is the operating system, right? So I know how to get that information a different way, but I'm just trying to see. Surely there's a way where you can just click on file and go to properties, but it doesn't look like it.
I see.
Doesn't look like it. All right, if that's the case, then I'll just show you guys where I typically get that information. So I just click on the little icon here at the bottom. So once you click on that, it should pop up with the properties of the captured file. So what we're looking for is an operating system information, but we can see that the name of the file is stored in backup CyLynk NerdKnight 57 network analysis ransomware, and then some long randomly generated character, then BTLO network analysis ransomware challenge file ransomware traffic.pcap.ng. So we can see that that's the file name. We can also see the length of the file. It's 576 kilobyte. We can see the hash value of the file. We can also see the SHA-1 of the file. Format, it's Wireshark PCAP, and then encapsulation is Ethernet. The time of the packet capture was on the 31st of January 2021 at 21:59 p.m., which should be, is that 9 p.m. Sorry, almost 10 p.m. Yeah,
almost 10 p.m.
Yep, last packet was obviously just a couple of minutes after that. Elapsed time is 3 minutes 53 seconds, so almost 4 minutes. So see all the good information we're getting out of this. Did anyone know that you could get that information from a Wireshark capture? Like, it actually tells you the hardware information as well. So in this case, we can see that the laptop where this was captured was an Intel Core TM i7-8750H CPU with 2.20 gigahertz with SSE 4.2. And then the operating system, which is what we're looking for, is a Windows 7 Service Pack 1. Interesting. 32-bit. Now, this is interesting because, like, from an investigation point of view, you can then sort of start looking at this. Whenever you see this in an investigation, you can sort of go, oh, okay, I can see that this packet was captured, or I can see that this ransomware attacked this particular computer. If we're looking for the initial access vector of how the threat actor got in, now we can actually sort of start thinking about what potential vulnerabilities may have been exploited by the threat actor. So we know that Windows 7 Service Pack 1 is vulnerable to a lot of remote code execution, critical vulnerabilities all over the place. So one of those would have been one that the threat actor used. But in this case, let's just go ahead and answer the first question. So what is the question? So we say Windows 7 Service Pack 1. Let's see if that works. Operating system and version. Oh, that did not work.
ABC Industries, eh? They sound very prestigious.
Yeah, build. Let's see if we need to copy the whole thing, but I doubt it. No, that did not work. So it's Windows 7 operating system and version.
Operating system and version.
Yeah. No.
Do they want the service pack? Is that part of the operating system version?
Don't know. I'm guessing build 761. No. That's interesting.
Remove build.
No. Hang on. Sorry. Windows 7 Service Pack 1.
Really need to start using regex for their questions. It would help a great deal.
It will help a great deal. Request failed with status code. Hang on. This seems like a different error. Yep. I figured that was what it was. So it logged me out. I'll just go ahead and log back in and come right back like I never left. So we could have gotten it right. It just was going, we had the wrong, we were not authenticated. So that's the problem there. So let's copy that again. Let's see. Yep, that works. Just copying and pasting it works. Hopefully those online are following along with this. If you are, hopefully you're enjoying it. Now, the second question is, what is the full URL from which the ransomware executable was downloaded? So this one is a bit of an interesting question because it jumps right into the traffic analysis. So one way to sort of find information about a traffic download is to think about what information are they essentially looking for. So in this case, we know that we're looking for a URL. So if we're looking for a URL where there's where there's HTTP, we know that we're looking for the protocol HTTP or HTTPS. So that allows us to sort of narrow things down. We can search for that protocol straight away. That's one way to do it. We can look for where protocol is equals HTTP. So we can use Wireshark filter for that. That's one way to solve it. Protocol equals HTTP. Oh, hang on. What did I click? I don't want to capture. What happened here? Okay. I guess we're back in there.
What was the answer that you had for the operating system again?
It's 32-bit Windows 7 Service Pack 1 build 7601.
So did you actually get that question like right in the end, or?
Yep, I did.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
So the issue we were having was because I was not authenticated, so that was why it was giving us error 419. I literally, for the life of me, did not understand why I didn't see that. That access denied. All right. So the second question we've got here is, Nathan, in case you're following along, it is what is the full URL from which the ransomware executable was downloaded? So what I did say was that because we know that we're looking for a potential file download, we are obviously looking for HTTP or HTTPS or perhaps FTP. But in this case, we can see that it's asking us.
So because we haven't given, we haven't provided like a HTTPS certificate, we won't be able to find if it is HTTPS.
Well, we don't know that, right? So we don't know yet. So let's find out. So what I would typically do in this case is to filter by protocol. So I'm not sure why that when I did the protocol it did not work. Maybe it's capital P. I don't know.
Pretty sure you could just type in like the actual protocol. So like just try searching like just type out HTTP. Press enter.
Yeah, that is string based searching. I was trying to see if I can do let's see, apply filter. Selected.
Proto something.
Oh right. So it has some other weird text in the back at the back of it. Interesting. So if we get rid of that DNS, we do HTTP. That should give us the HTTP traffic. So there you go. So now we can actually sort of take a look at this to see which one of this. Another way to find the answer to this is to like this is important. The one way I'm about to show you guys is super important, especially when you have multiple packets in general. So in this case, I think the total number of packets is 766 different individual packets. Imagine on average, you would have like thousands of it on a normal live environment. So the best way to find the answer is probably just to go to statistics and then go to conversations. And then in this case, you can sort of see who's been talking to who. So we can see all of the source IP 10.0.21 is talking to 10.0.24, and then you have 2.2.4 talking to 2.15. So one way you could look at it is you could look at who had the least amount of communication. So if you click on packet here, that should filter so you can see who had the least amount of communication. And we can see that is a broadcast address. So that's not exactly what we're looking for. We also know that there were 5 packets that went from 2.3 to 2.24. If we look at that, we can actually filter by that to see what actually happened. Like what were they communicating? So A to B, what were they talking about? So let's go back to that. What happened to my filter?
That's a good question.
What? Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, it is here. So we can look at this and we go, oh, it's DHCP. So which means this IP address 10.2.3 is very likely the DHCP server that assigned an IP address to this guy. So this is essentially where the DHCP address solicitation is happening. So we can obviously see that information happening here as well. Server host name not given, boot file name not given, magic cookie DHCP, and a whole bunch of different things that are going on there. So you can see that here, that looks pretty standard, to what you would see in a HTTP traffic. You can obviously filter this based on the actual time that it took place. So in this case, we're looking at this time. This time is in epoch mode. I believe you can change the time format, but again, let's not get too carried away here, trying to do all of this. So the one thing you could potentially do is what I just showed you guys is filter by the communication of the traffics that are in there. But we know that obviously we're looking for where the actual threat actor downloaded the ransomware. So we know we're looking for protocol HTTP. So one way to do that is by going to protocol hierarchy. So in this case, that shows you how many protocols are actually within the packet. So if we close that a little bit and we minimize that, we can sort of see that we have net buyers, SMB. So there's SMB here, there's link local multicast, there's dynamic host configuration protocol, there's DNS. So SMB, link local, DHCP, DNS, and then HTTP. So we can see all of that in here. So if we click on that and then we select the filter, we also come back to that same result as well, right? And then now we can then see that there's a traffic here that is going between 10.2.4 with 10.2.15. And then there was a traffic that was sent, and then there was a traffic that was received. So this is the sent, this is the received. So with this now, we can easily just if I can zoom in a little bit so everyone can see online, hopefully.
Hey, Alex.
So with this, we can essentially just click on this and then click on follow HTTP stream. And now we can sort of see the traffic. Oh, okay, there you go. So we've got a get safescript.exe. Remember, guys, please be careful when you work with this. This actually has a live malware in it. So make sure that you are careful with this. So we can see where that traffic was sent. So it was sent to 2.15.8000, and then it was received and yada yada yada. So we can see this is the actual file that was used to receive it. So if we close this, and then we went back to go back. I don't want you. Let's go back to statistics and we go to conversation again. And we can then filter again. We can see the number of packet that was transferred is between these two. So let's filter by that again.
So have you I mean, does the user agent look a little bit sus to you?
Yeah, so I did see that user agent. But let's look for that protocol. I think
that user agent appears when someone executes the command python -m http server and then whatever the IP and port is they want to transfer over.
That is correct. So we can
exfil or the other way around.
Yep, or download. So we can see that obviously this there's a HTTP server that was hosted with. Is this case sensitive? Yes, it is. That's interesting. It is case sensitive. So we can once we click on that, we can actually see the traffic in here. So we can see the full URL. I just wanted to show you guys the full URL. So if you expand this, you can actually see where the traffic went. So the question there, again, be careful not to click on this. Well, it's not exactly going to download anything, but it may. So just be very careful when playing with that. So what is the full URL? So we can then go back and copy the full URL here. So go to copy value, and then we go back to this place and we paste it. So let's see if that works. Voila, that works. So let's have a look at that. And now we've got that. So name the ransomware executable file. So the ransomware executable file obviously is safecrypt.exe. That's a pretty safe one. What is the MD5 of this hash? So for us to get this MD5 in Wireshark, we need to export the file. So one way to do that is to basically click on this and click on
file exports.
I'm pretty sure you can also export it from here as well. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. So if
I was only aware of being able to export it from the export objects
let me see.
button.
Save as.
But if you okay. Wow.
I'm not sure if this will work, but we can try it. But this
I feel like is that gonna work? Because it's got the headers in there.
Yeah, because it's got a header, so I don't think this will work here. You're right. So let's do the file and see what we find. So close. I don't want that. Thank you. Then minimize. So where's the traffic? Where's this? So from 380 something. So there you are, mister. So now I can go file, export. What are we exporting?
It should be under export objects. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just seeing.
And then I'm assuming you're probably going to do export HTTP.
but it's going to. Oh yeah, right. It's got it. So, and then save it.
Yep, should be safe.
Yep. So if we go to downloads again, hopefully you guys are following along. So we should have that in here. NerdKnight 57 ransomware analysis, and we chuck that in here. So now we can definitely validate that that file was indeed saved in there for us. Again, like I said, be very careful. This actually has a live ransomware in it. So do not be sorry. Let's go. Oh, what happened to my file? It was supposed to be in here. Oh, there we are. This is it here. So do not click on that. The one thing you would do is to go partial, and then that should pop partial open in that folder. So now we've got the file. So now we can look at what the question is asking us to do. What is the question asking us to do? What is the MD5 hash of this ransomware? So that's what we need to do. So in partial, there is a get hash commandlet, and then you pass the file in here. Now, typically, if you want to find out in the best way to use this command, you do get help. And then this is get hash, the commandlet. And then this should download all the information about get hash. Now, this will sort of show you what happened there. Okay. Can I do this? No, I cannot. Recognize. This should typically tell you the term get hash is not recognized. Commandlet. That's because I'm typing it wrong. My bad. That should be get file hash. So there we go. So it's giving me a path now.
If you're having trouble with the spelling, you can always hold control and press space, and it'll try to give you some suggestions on what it thinks it might be.
So it doesn't have any help in there. So if we did that, get help again on the commandlet.
You might need a dash between file and hash.
No, I think that's what it is, because I entered that command here and it worked. It was just asking me for options. So I just want to see what command options I have.
Well, if you want to get some,
there we go.
You can. Okay, that works too. But you can also, just press dash and then hold control and press space, and it will give you some options.
Oh, so you're saying dash control space?
No. So you need to make it a separate argument. So get file hash space dash, and then hold control and space.
No, it's not working for me.
Really? It doesn't work for you?
Yep.
I should try on my own machine. Make sure I'm not going insane.
You sure this is for ransomware? I'm sorry, this is for partial.
I just did it just now, and it provided me the options: path, literal path, input stream, debug, verbose, algorithm, and a bunch of others.
Well.
So
maybe.
So you're holding control and you're pressing space, right?
Yep, I am.
and it's not showing anything.
This
Interesting.
is what it's showing. Maybe it's because I opened PowerShell from the file explorer, so I don't know. Let's.
I don't think it should make a difference.
Anyways, the just to avoid obviously someone having to remember a command, what I did there is get help and then the command that you want to get help in. So we can see that it's giving us an example of how to use it, the syntax here. So we know we need the algorithm option, and then in this case, it should be MD5. And then do we pipe the file name? I think we pipe the file name now. So what is that file called? Right. Please do not execute. No, that did not work. Oh yeah, that worked now. I don't know. Maybe something about putting the actual script before the algorithm makes a difference. So we can see the MD5 here. Let's copy that and go back to here. So what is the name of the ransomware? So to be able to get that, I guess the best thing for us to do is probably just do some open source intelligence now. So the ultimate place to do that would be VirusTotal. And let's go to VSA. VT, sorry. And let's, please don't make me sign in. There you go. So let's paste it.
Aristotle shouldn't make you sign in.
Let's paste the MD5 hash that we just got. Ooh, 68 hits. That is interesting. That is definitely a juicy one. So let's find out what relations do we have here. So we've got a few domains here where that file was downloaded before. But we do want to find the name of this ransomware. So let's see. Public code sign in CA. Community. So what did the community think about it? So vetted malware, and is there any information about what type of ransomware it is? Spyware stealer, persistence impact. Threat name, Tesla Crypt. That is what we're looking for.
Tesla Crypt.
I think so. Let's double check.
Interesting.
Yep, perfect. So, by the way, if anyone has any questions, please put that in the comment section so you can we can provide the answer to it. And then the next question is, what is the encryption algorithm used by the ransomware according to the ransom note? So let's see what that ransom note is. So if we open our file and the challenge files, so where's our ransom note? So this will probably be in here. Let's see if we can open that with, if my browser doesn't block it. So, all right, not your language, use Google Translate. What happened to your file? All of your files were protected by a strong encryption RSA. Oh, more information about the encryption, which is by the way, for those who don't know what RSA is, so RSA is reverse shaman and a bailman or something. Oh, forget about it. Let me go and find it. No, that's not what I'm talking. Responsible alcohol. Seriously.
Oh
Reverse.
dear.
Yeah. I got it right. Reverse Sherman Adelman, whatever. So that's the encryption algorithm that it's using. And we can obviously tell that this is a public key, private key, and encryption algorithm, which means it's a what is the word again? Asymmetric encryption. Yep, that's the word I'm looking for. So what does this mean? This means that the structure and data within your file have been, irrevocably changed. You will not be able to work with them, read them, or see them. It is the same thing as losing them forever. But with our help, you can restore them. How did this happen? Especially for you on our server, we generated the secret key pair, public key and private. All your files were encrypted and the public key, with the public key, which have been transferred to your computer via the internet. Decryption of your files is only possible with the help of the private key and decrypt program, which is on our secret server. What do I do? Alas, if you do not take the necessary measures for the specified time, that the condition for obtaining the private key will be changed. If you really need your data, then we can suggest you do not waste valuable time searching for other solutions before they do not exist. Because they do not, seriously, this guy English is troublesome. So it's taking us through some onion sites. I see. Yep. So it's asking us to download the Tor browser, and after a successful installation, run the browser and wait for initialization. Type in the Tor browser address. Yep. Follow the instruction on the site. Blah 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 blah. So I think we've got enough information to answer that question. So it's RSA. Nathan, do you have any questions so far? Any comments to add?
No questions. And
What?
I agree with what you've said.
He just said no.
Wait, no? Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should go and cheat on your behalf, and then
No.
I can guide you to it without giving you the answer.
No. We just need to think about what are they thinking about. So what is the encryption algorithm used by the ransomware according to the ransom note?
So you're actually correct, but
They want me to spell it out. Oh wait, the key size.
This is another formatting thing that they want you to do. They want you to provide the bytes for the RSA encryption.
That makes the question doesn't say that. What is the encryption algorithm used by the ransomware according to the ransom note? So
have a look up online. So RSA, how many bytes does RSA use?
That question definitely needs revision.
So the RSA key size is expressed in it's bits, not byte.
Yeah.
It's expressed in 2048 bits and 4096. And in this case, they want you to specify the bits.
Algorithm key size.
They want you to provide the algorithm key size. And they want you to separate it with a dash.
What? Oh, so RSA and then
dash, and then the key size.
I feel like maybe there's something we're missing. So how do we know by just looking at it what the key size is? So let's see. Give me a second.
It's either going to be in the packet capture or I wonder how many people just guessed this answer.
Like this shouldn't be something you're guessing. That's my point.
No, definitely not.
Oh, there you go. So RSA 496.
You see it right there, yeah.
Yeah, so I needed to look at the different ransom nodes because the browser version of the ransom node doesn't have it. So let's try that one. Yeah, that worked. So what is the domain name beginning with D that is associated or related to the ransom traffic? So for this one, I'm actually thinking it's referring to this when you do a VirusTotal search and when you go to relations, because the question says related to ransom traffic, my brain is probably going to the relations here and thinking this domain is what it's talking about. This one. So let's find out if I'm correct or not. Get rid of.
Probably are.
Yep,
But
there
you've
you
also
go.
been wrong before. Oh, okay.
Well, I've been wrong a lot of times. So
You've been wrong before, and this wasn't
yes.
one of those times.
Yep. Now, one thing I have read about the Tesla crypt is that for some reason the guys who were responsible for managing the ransomware actually, got into a kerfuffle and somehow they released the decryption private key to the public. So I'll probably go and find that decryption key. Decrypt online. Yep, so there is a bunch of tools that can do that. So Tesla Decryptor 2. The Talos Decryptor Decryption 2 is an open source command line utility for decrypting. So encrypted files, so users' files can be returned to the original state. Encrypts the victim's files such as photos, blah blah blah. Our decryption tools giving the victim the power to decrypt their files. So I'm guessing I can trust Cisco.
Do you think you could really trust Cisco? I don't feel they're very trustworthy.
Let's see.
Oh, well. You trust Cisco Talos, just not Cisco.
Well, it's the same organization, Nathan.
But the parent isn't very trustworthy. The child is though.
This is a very weird conversation. All right, let's see. So if we go back here, just one more step back. Right, I'm pretty sure I saved that in here. Where did I save it? Oh, hang on. So it should be in here now. And then let's unzip this thing. So 7-zip it into the same file name. Guys, feel free to ask me any questions that you want in the comment section. If you do have any questions, please. How long have we been going? I am having fun, even though I'm still feeling sick. I think we've been going for just over an hour and a half.
Oh, this is we're almost about to reach the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, well, fun. We're almost done. It's just last question. So, application able to decrypt all the files encrypted by all versions of Tesla Crypt and Alpha Crypt. So, I'm compiling. Well, to proper compile the code, you should have OpenSSL installed. What? I don't want to do this. Surely there's an online tool that I can use. Sorry, Cisco. I've lost my trust in you.
I told you they weren't trustworthy.
Is there an online decryptor? Try that again. Tell me Trend Micro is going to save the day.
You don't want them to save the day, do you?
That would be very sad. Right, download. Okay.
I feel like Cisco is more trustworthy than Trend Micro.
Upon launch, users will be required to accept the user. After accepting the user, so the main user interface. From there, users will be presented with a step-by-step guide to perform the file description. So, some name. This is also telling me to download and install something. Isn't there an online tool there? Anyone? Anyone out there?
That has an online tool.
Well, I
Maybe I have an
guess
online tool.
it's a copycat, crypto locker, blah 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 blah. Go away. Too much ad. So tell me that there is a decryptor for right. So update in May 2016, the threat actor behind Tesla Crypt shut down the ransomware and released the master decryption key. Interesting. So the master decryption key is what we need. So project closed. Master key for there you go. Wait for other people. Make universal decrypt software. We are sorry. Like it seems like this guy just gave his life to Christ, Nathan.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he did.
I don't know. Look, so now we are pretty much playing a whack-a-mole game. Do we trust AVG or Trend Micro? Who do you trust the most? Or Kaspersky? Who do you, who do you trust more?
I'm going to say Kaspersky. I don't care if the government's like, oh, they're from Russia. I think they're probably more just because they at least know what they're doing. Whereas I don't know about these other AV companies.
You think we can trust Kaspersky?
Yeah, I think you can trust Kaspersky. They just happen to be on like the wrong side of government that makes them look bad.
Right. So type the file extension, email, or any other information mentioned on the lock screen. Blah 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 blah. Well, I don't think it has the one we're looking for. That's coin fort. Wildfire. It doesn't have what we're looking for. Unless I can give it something here. What can I give it? What can I give it? What can I give it? Paste and search. So Rahini decrypt files affected by Rahini agent. Tesla crypt. So how to guide.
A great Tesla crypt.
Use the two in case your file was encrypted by Trojan. So we'll see the full below. So where's the how to guide? Following command parameters. Yeah, nah. I'm just gonna stick with the one from Trend Micro because it seems to have.
Okay.
Are you crying or what, Nathan?
I'm crying. No, we can't let them win.
So they're using the Trend Micro ransomware file decryptor. Important potential product update issue after to them. Blah blah blah. And again, will be updated near the end of September. And so run promise what? So customers are strongly encouraged to continue practicing safe security habit. Make sure you regularly offline backup. So where is the
Maybe
actual
this is what we should be using AI for. Hey, AI, go and scrape the web for me. Find me this thing.
So let's see.
Sammy does not agree.
No, I'm just gonna ignore you for a second while I solve real world problems.
Real world problems.
Why is it that when I download stuff, it doesn't actually go where I want it to go? Why? Do I have to beg you? You thing?
You have to beg me with a bagel.
Network analysis. Thank you very much. Now, show more 7-zip. We should be able to finish this soon. All right, there we have it. Is it loading? Okay, so guys, this is it. What am I signing my life up to? This tree is provided by Trend Micro to decrypt files that have been encrypted by certain ransomware tools. Trend Micro authorizes you or the company or organization you represent collectively to use this tool only with the version that you are authorized to administer and configure. In addition, by executing this tool, you understand and agree to the following. Will be error-free. So the two constitute proprietary and confidential information of Trend Micro Incorporated and is protected by copyright, trade secret, blah, blah, blah. License restriction, yes, we're not reselling it. Limitations and liability, yes, we don't want termination, yeah, until terminated. This is effective until terminated, in addition to any other available remedy under applicable law. I guess we accept. So now we need to go on. We need to go and select the file. So when I click on select, it's asking me what one. Select the ransomware name. So we're looking for Tesla. I think that's what we want. There's a bunch of ransomware actors here. That's interesting.
It would be.
So let's select the file we want to decrypt. That's messy. So let's go to download, backup, and CyLynk, and NerdKnight. Where are you? And NerdKnight 57, and network analysis, and this one, that one, challenge. Where is it? Here. And then where's the file? Where's the file we're decrypting, Nathan?
File we are decrypting is. Oh yeah, where was the file we were decrypting?
Tesla decrypt.
Was it the safe decrypt thing, or was that the key?
No, it's tender PDF. So I think I went the wrong way. So it should be under challenge files. This is it. That's the file there. Tender.pdf.macro. So scan completed.
I wonder.
It says done.
When we decrypt the file, I wonder if we're going to find like a troll face or something.
Well, it says the file. Oh, there you go. File has been decrypted. So, guys, well done. Let's open it up. Oh, there's a flag. Woohoo!
Yeehaw, Grandma.
Look at that, Nathan. I feel like we should add this to the Hack for Good CTF. This would be something fun to add there.
Well, we should probably change it before we do.
Well,
this video's being recorded.
It's not going to be the same exact way.
Hopefully, Blue Teams Online doesn't see it.
It's just Hack for Good CTF, like it's a non-for-profit organization, and we're not going to steal their thing. I'm just saying I'm talking about using the Blue Teams Online they don't own Tesla script.
Oh no, I guess not. But I thought you were talking about like this exact challenge. But yeah. Okay.
No, I'm talking about like encrypting a file using the public key of Tesla Crypt and then uploading the file in there for someone to decrypt it.
I actually knew that the whole time. I was just testing your skills, like I test other people's skills.
I have no idea what you're talking about, mate.
You only just passed the exam.
Yeah. I am excited to, I guess, say everyone, thank you so much for hanging around with us. I think this has been fun. All right?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely, it's been fun.
Alex said he found a Python 2 for decrypting that ransomware. So you should be proud.
I should be proud.
Yes.
I hope he wrote it himself.
Well. So we said done. What does that mean? Close. I hope I didn't install anything. Nothing malicious, nothing to worry about. Trend Micro, I'm watching you.
We're all
right. Okay, so it's time for us to sort of sign up. So Nathan, do you mind closing today? I think my voice is actually kind of done. I have nothing literally. I am not feeling too well, so my voice is finished. So do you mind, signing us out of here today?
All
Well,
right.
what do you want to tell the people about CyLynk and the offering that we have?
I actually don't know, but we are holding an amazing CTF next month. Is it
Yes.
next month or is it? Yeah, okay, it's next month. It's called Hack for Good CTF, and it's going to be awesome. There's a huge list of challenges with different domains like web, crypto, reverse engineering. There it is digital forensics and threat hunting and a bunch of others I can't think of. I believe there is some steganography as well if people
Yeah.
like that. And it's going to be awesome. I hope to see everyone there. And what other what other thing, like what else do you want me to talk about, Sammy? Like the job ready tracks and the certifications we offer?
Yeah, we gotta make money, my friend. So keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we offer multiple job ready tracks, and what that means is um,
What does that mean,
a
right?
job ready track. What does it mean? It's a track that we put you on to make you job ready.
Keep going.
Is that good? Is that
Mate, keep going. We're gonna make this money somehow. Don't,
all
don't
right?
tell me that if my voice is gone, you wouldn't survive. Is everyone watching this?
Three people are watching this. Yep, it is a program that we set you on, that we give you one-on-one mentoring, one-on-one coaching. We give you practical job ready skills to help you land a job, and we're with you through the whole journey. It's not the same as being assigned to a course and then being left in the dark to do it all on your own. In a job ready track, you get that one-on-one mentorship that you don't get with a course. And that's one of the things I love about CyLynk that I don't see any other platform doing, which actually makes us quite unique.
And that's good. So tell us, what else do we do aside from the job ready track?
We also have courses.
Mhm.
So we have courses. We have future things. We have live trainings. We have virtual trainings. We also have. I'm actually not sure how much of it is future or some of it is stuff that we do now.
All right. So
Uh,
thanks so much, everyone. As you can see, Nathan is still learning how we make money. It's
yep.
fair enough. We will survive. For those who are going to B-side Canberra, we will be there live and direct, and we are going to be hosting NerdKnight next week live from Canberra, Australia. And my voice is back, and the show is still on. So if you're wondering what it is that we do here, it is CyLynk, and we are a great team. And also, do not forget that when you buy a job ready track from us, or a course, or a certification, we've already obviously just shown you guys one of our partner platforms, which is SBT. So you can sign up to SBT today through our platform, through us. You can reach out to our team at support@cylynk.com, or you can buy the security blue team certification today, or you can also buy any of the competence certifications that are available. There's a lot of things that you can do with us. You can buy our courses. We are about to release access to our courses on a monthly based subscription. So that is going to be pretty awesome, Nathan. I think you saw the different tiers that we do have. So if you're there and you're wanting to land a job in cybersecurity with no hassle, then look no further than CyLynk.com. If you haven't had a look at it, please do.
Are we
Yeah.
are we able to clarify a question that I see in the chat from from the great internal stranger who says that he thought the CTF was going to be in November. Is it actually in November or is it in October?
It is in November.
Ah, right.
The CTF will be on November the 13th and the 14th.
Right.
And
Right,
then
I see.
the all-day
I'm-
workshop will be live as well. The all-day workshop will be on November the 15th.
Well, there
Guys,
you go, mate.
we
I
have
was
officially
ahead by a month.
launched. We have officially launched a non-for-profit organization. So right now, right here, you don't have to go far. You can literally just go on your browser, just type, just follow me, my lead, and type hck4g.org. HCK4G.org stands for Hack for Good. And this is our non-for-profit organization where we are fighting against cybercrime. We're disrupting, guys, we are disrupting cybercrime, like the Scatter Spider cybercrime. We're disrupting the cybercrime in Africa. Global Cybercrime Syndicate, one hack for good at a time. And how we're doing this is we are essentially more than an initiative. It's a movement that is exposing the hidden human cost of cybercrime and unlocking new futures through awareness, quality education, and opportunity. We bring to light the struggles of both victims and perpetrators while guiding youth towards safe, ethical careers in tech, cybersecurity, and AI. So if you have not joined, go ahead and join. We are going to be releasing and launching the registration site. And the all-day workshop is going to be pretty awesome. We are partnering with DEFCON to deliver top quality, workshops on the 15th of November. So if you're not going anywhere, save the date, and we are going to be releasing the ticket for that day very soon. So we're looking forward to obviously having everyone there. It's going to be in Melbourne live, and it's going to be pretty fun. So yes, Internal Stranger, we did find that there was some sound issue that we were having last week. So it was after the show that I realized that my voice was a bit lower, like you said, but we fixed that. And yeah, look, I think that's a pretty good place to sort of end the stream today. Nathan, what do you reckon?
I reckon so. Gonna have to have some more music.
Yeah, as always, guys, we want to really genuinely thank you for hanging out with us every single week. Some weeks more fun than others. Other weeks, we are having fun and you're having fun. Other weeks, some weeks we are sick and we're all sort of, getting along well and taking it easy and mellow. Hopefully you guys learned a lot about how to work with ransomware, how to decrypt ransomware, and also most importantly, how to actually work with Wireshark today. Looking forward to working with everyone more. Next week is going to be equally as fun because we'll be at B-Sides and we're going to have some insights to bring to you all. With that, enjoy the rest of your evening if you are here in Australia, or enjoy the rest of your day if you're in a different part of the world where it's not quite evening yet. With that, peace. Thank you. I can't find the music, Nathan. Where is it?
If you go onto NerdKnight Backstage,
Well,
it should
guys,
be in the
we
chat.
will leave you. I don't know where the music disappeared to. Oh, there you go. We will leave you guys. Oh, there's one. Yeah, this is the cowboy music. I don't want the cowboy music. I want this one. There was one you sent the last time, Nathan, that was pretty cool. I don't know where it went.
I
It was
will
a
go and
pretty
have a look.
good upbeat one.
It was probably in a conversation between you, me, and Danny.
Well, I've got one playing now, so. All right, guys, enjoy your evening, enjoy your night, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you very much for hanging with us. It's been pretty fun. And hopefully by next week, I should be rid of this particular bug that I've got. I've got a cyber bug in my bloodstream. But I am stronger. I am stronger, people.
You are strong.
Go, Wakanda. See you, everyone. Cheers. Bye.